networking. Okay, what is a network? What is a complete computer network? What are the devices? Where you will be getting familiarized with different type of networking devices like routers, switches, firewalls, access point. All those concepts you will be understanding basically of networking devices. You will be having a fair share of knowledge during your CCNA. And also you will be having a basic understanding about like IP routing, switching. You will be having an idea of VLANs, spanning tree protocols, routing. Okay, so in routing, I am expecting you will be having a fair share of knowledge in static routing as well as OSPF. EIGRP, is there anybody who has having, I mean, like who is also having like good share of knowledge in EIGRP? Guys, just quickly type yes or no. That would work.
Sir, I am unable to chat as it is showing.
Okay, so EIGRP,
You
okay, no worries.
you cannot chat with network teams during this meeting.
Okay, no worries. For those people, you can just unmute and okay. So try direct. Okay, so I can see direct messages. You could do the same as well. Okay, so no worries. EIGRP is not a part of no, officially not a part of the CCNA syllabus. So we'll be covering it from there. Okay, so just wanted to know like what are the things that you are familiar with. I hope BGP is also not something which you guys are familiar with. Okay, so quick question to all of you guys. Okay, so what is the difference between IGP and EGP? What okay, what is the difference between IGP and EGP? You can unmute or you can comment the answers in the chat.
Sir, it's nothing but an internal and external routing protocol, sir.
Internal and external routing protocol.
Yeah, like it is within an autonomous system. It's an internal IGP
Yeah,
and external.
exactly.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
what I'm looking at. Okay,
yeah.
so can you guys name few IGP protocols as well as can you guys name few EGP protocols?
Sir,
What are
external.
the
Yeah, external means it is depends upon BGP, and
yeah?
internal means OSPF is there, EGP is there,
Okay,
like
so
that.
apart from BGP, can you guys let me know, is there any other routing protocol apart from BGP in uh, EGP protocol, external, for external routing? Is there any other protocol apart from BGP? What? Sorry, your voice is not clear. Okay, sorry, your voice is not clear.
Sir, if I am not wrong, EGP is there, external gateway,
Yeah.
BGP, and
Okay, so yeah, so just asking. So BGP is the main routing protocol that we are using for the external communication purpose we are using. Okay, so what is the protocol number of OSPF? What is the protocol number of OSPF? What is the AD value of OSPF?
AD value is 110.
110. Yeah, you're right. The protocol number is 89. Okay, the protocol
Okay.
number of OSPF is 89. The AD value is 110.
Hmm.
Okay, so just giving you a quick question. Okay, so there are two routers here. Okay, so router 1 and router 2. Okay, so in order for this router 1 to establish neighborship between, so what are the 7 different stages for OSPF to form neighborship? Anyone?
So first thing is hello message.
Yeah, so before that?
Before that, sorry, actually I'm forgotten. I'm remembering the things
Yeah.
of the CCNA.
Okay, so the first stage is init stage. The first stage is
Yeah,
init
correct.
stage.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next start. Okay, so not jumping over there. So please revise it. Okay, so my question is, I'm jumping to my question over here.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so my question is, okay, so there is router 1, R1 router, and there is R2 router, which is over here. Okay. So while forming the neighborship, okay, so this is actually stuck in the X-start state. Okay, so while forming neighborship between R1 to R2, this is actually stuck in your X-start state. So how will you troubleshoot this issue? Okay, so as network engineers, like when you go for interviews, they will give you scenario-based questions. Okay, so while CCNA, your objective was to understand this interior gateway protocol, things about routing, things about switching, so how VLAN works, what are the uses of VLANs. So after you pass your CCNA, or like once you pass your CCNA and once you prepare for your CCNP interviews, okay, so there are different level of companies, like tier 1 companies, tier 2 companies, tier 3 companies. So if you go to a tier 3 companies, your questions will be like too direct, like what is either channel, like what is LACP, so what is OSPF, what is the AD value of it. So when you go for a product-based companies, your questions are going to be more scenario-based questions. This is exactly what we are going to focus over here. Okay, so we'll be giving you scenario-based situations, like we'll be teaching a different scenario. So you see, since OSPF is already a part of the CCNP ENARSI syllabus, we'll be covering advanced scenario-based questions, scenario-based situations where we'll be including the topics and covering over that. Okay, so any answers that you can give me? Why R1, so if while forming the neighborship between R1 to R2, it is stuck in the X-start state. Which, okay, according to the adjacency states, like which state is it? Anyone? Anyone can give me an answer over here on this? What is MTU, guys?
So there won't be any two-way communication between the two routers.
The routers are stuck in the X-start state. Okay, so if the router is stuck in the X-start state, how will you troubleshoot it? Okay, for example, okay, see, right now you see when you go for an interview. Okay, so I'll ask a different question. Okay, so the interviewer is asking you a question like this. Okay, so the customer is reporting that the customer is actually reporting that like their internet is slow. How are you going to troubleshoot it? Do you have any like do you have any methodologies, like how are you going to escalate this issue? Any answers? Anyone?
Sir,
So
first we see the packet, any packet drop is there in a network.
yeah, how do you do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, like pinging the destination address, like yeah,
Yeah,
ISP.
that is an
Hmm.
excellent way to do that. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Next. Yeah. Next. Okay, so you pinged and you found that there is no packet loss.
And we'll check the bandwidth usage.
You'll check the bandwidth usage. Excellent method. Next, you check the bandwidth usage and you see that there is no bandwidth. I mean, these are the right steps. Okay, I'm not saying that you guys are wrong. These are the right steps. Okay, but this has to be structured in a different way. Okay, so what is the next step? The bandwidth is fine. Any other answers? Any troubleshooting that you would be doing on the DNS
Check
cache?
the router ID.
Check the router ID. Okay, why would you do that?
Because of both routers should be same router ID.
Okay. Okay. In what context can you give me a little bit clarification on that? Router ID is a unique identifier. It does not have to be the same router ID. Multiple routers they'll be having. So it is used to differentiate between different routers. It can have different router IDs. That is not something that is of a major concern. Okay. So for example, yeah.
Yeah, hello, sir. If I
Oh,
am not wrong, basically what we do in my current, I'm doing a work
yeah.
means, if the
Yeah.
situation is come like any internet slow speed issues, first what I tell, we will continuously be ping, and if any packet drops come, so
Mm,
basically I check from a switch, and if any port error are there, I will
mm,
clear the error, and I will check whether it is syncing in a half duplex or a full duplex.
yeah.
So if whether it is a syncing in a half duplex, so majorly it is in a cable issue is there. So we will rectify the cable issue and we will check again. So these are the basic troubleshooting we will do in my current situations. If any this kind of issue will come,
Okay.
so afterwards we
So
will check through the
yeah.
ISP providers and all. Yeah.
So why I asked this question is because, okay, so there are different layers, right? Okay, so how many layers are there in the OSI model? There are 7 different layers in the OSI model. Okay, so starting from the physical, from the network, from the data, like there are different types of layers that are there in the OSI mode. Okay, so when you're working in a production, okay, so when you're working in a production, like the answer that you're giving is basically you guys are following something that is known as an SOP, the standard operation procedure. Based on the standard operation procedure, there is a set of instruction that is mentioned. So when a customer is saying that their network is down, okay, follow this particular checklist, you will be able to resolve it. So 60% of the scenarios that you will be getting will be a part of the SOP, and you will be able to resolve it because the entire topo. So for example, 2-3 years back, like when I was working, so we were basically supporting for MACD, like this was a process from HP. Okay, so the network engineers from HP, they designed like all the branches of the MACD premises. So we know that like how the entire architecture works. So whenever a customer is reporting that, like we know like since how the packet is moving from one segment to the another segment, like we'll be easily knowing that like where the issue might have been happening, and there is a standard operation procedure which we could look into it. Okay, so based on that, but here in the CCNP, okay, so no, when you come over here in the CCNP course, okay, so when you are in the CCNP course, so okay, so in order for you to become a CCNP, okay, there are different things that you need to do. The first thing is CCNP ENCO. Okay, so in
Hello, bhai.
CCNP, hello, I heard somebody speaking in between. Yeah. CCNP ENCO exam topics. Now look into it. NRC exam topics. Okay, so we will be walking through all the different layers that are out there. Okay, so if you are looking at the CCNP ENCO, okay, so we'll be looking in the architecture. We'll be discussing the virtualization, infrastructure, and network assurance, security, then the automation part. Okay, so so while doing your CCNA, so previously like before like 2019, like the CCNA was actually developed as like CCNA routing, CCNA routing and switching, CCNA security, CCNA service provider, CCNA collaboration. So right now they have integrated all together into like one single CCNA course. And later what they have done is, okay, so they have integrated this CCNP course. Okay, so only after you complete your CCNA, you will be able to do one specialized exam. So either it can be on the enterprise, either it can be on the security, either it can be on the service provider, either it can be on the data center. Okay, so there are different tracks that you can follow, like right after your CCNA. Okay, so here, in order for you to give the CCNP exam, the first thing that you have to do is that you have to do the concentration exam. So in the concentration exam, you will be learning about SD-WAN, VLANs, virtualization, layer 2, and you will be learning about the switching, you will be learning about the basic routing, security, automation, all those things. And when you come over here in the NRC, okay, so in NRC means advanced routing. Okay, so in implementation of Cisco Enterprise Advanced Routing, here you will be learning about the layer 3 technologies. So in the layer 3 technologies, you will be learning about VRF, you will be learning about EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, all those things you are going to learn in depth. So apart from this, you will be learning about VPN, you will be learning about VPN, DMVPN, IPsec, MPLS, VPN, MDBGP, all these topics we'll be learning. Then you will be learning at the infrastructure security, then infrastructure services like Telnet, HTTP, SSH, SCP, all these features that you will be learning. Okay, so So once you have, like, since most of you guys have done with your CCNA, okay, so this is the one of the best track that you can actually start. Okay, right. Okay, so even if, I mean, I'm assuming that you have not done your NCORE also. So we'll be covering it in a way that you don't have to do your NCORE. And certification part, you don't have to do it right now. So if you are not somebody who your company is not sponsoring for an exam, okay, so and if your like your primary objective is to clear an interview, yeah, we will be covering MPLS. So whatever which is mentioned over here in the syllabus, like we'll be covering it. We'll be covering MPLS, MBBGP, all those topics we'll be covering. VPN v4 route. Okay, I hope it's clear. Yeah. Okay. So these are the topics. Okay. That we will be covering. Okay. So any questions till now? Anything that you wanted to ask me in between? Anyone?
Sir, will we get any notes, sir? The whatever you were teaching, all this, will we get any notes like PDF,
Yeah.
like something?
Okay, so the best resources that you should be looking is the certification guide. Okay, so I will be sharing you the certification guide with you all of you. I mean, you can refer that, the certification guide. Apart from that, like whatever the personal notes that I have taken, I will be sharing that with you as well. Okay, so to be very frank on this, okay, so I'm not a big fan of sharing like so much of PPTs. Why? Because people mug up the things that are there in the PPT. Okay, the only way that you will be able to get expertise in a certain technology is that like go through the certification guide again and again and again and again. Okay, understood. But you will be getting the basic notes as PDFs.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, but my point is that should not stop you from going through the official certification guide.
Like sir, after watching your class, like for review
Hmm.
purpose, I'm asking like you, if I go through
Yeah,
your
so
PPT.
daily wise, whatever the topics, I mean, it won't be, I mean, like, it will be prepared like right before the session, like whatever this no topic that I'll be taking, daily basis, the PDF will be uploaded to a drive that I will be sharing with you,
Okay, sir.
or the team will be sharing that with you. Okay, so you can check that with the course counselor who is in touch with you. So they'll be guiding you with the same thing. Okay,
Support team will
and
assist in that, sir.
what?
Support team will give some assistance in
Support team
that.
will be yeah, support team will be assisting you with that. Okay, and labs are
Like,
not optional. Okay, so okay, this is the only thing to learn something which is in technical. Okay, so see, for example, you are learning about EIGRP one day. Okay, so EIGRP may seem something which is complex, but when you learn about EIGRP, okay, so we have breaking down the things in a certain way that, okay, so you don't have to learn the entire EIGRP at once. So there is 7 or 10 procedures that are listed. Okay, so learn the first procedure. So if you fail at the first procedure, there is a troubleshooting method which is mentioned over there. So your only objective is to focus on the troubleshooting step, and you don't have to use a lot of IQ over there. So the only thing that will require a skill that it will be requiring from your side would be persistence. Okay, so every day you have to attend the session without fail. I mean, that would give the most advantage of you for you. And if you are missing the session, there is recorded session right before you join the next session. I really recommend you to watch the session and join it. And if we are doing the labs, because 90% of the classes we will be explaining the topics with the lab. Okay, so please do the lab. Okay, so when you are preparing for interviews, you might not get direct questions while you're sitting in the interview. You will be getting like packet level questions. So to do that, you need to do the labs in advance. Okay, so then you will be getting the maximum out of this particular course. Okay. And there are some other things that I wanted to share with you all. Okay. Okay. So what is the outcome that you're
Sir, I
expecting?
have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
So we will get any lab manual?
Uh, Not as in manual, but you will be getting the documents.
Okay, so you'll post it in the group or how?
Uh, the team will be sharing that with you.
Through email,
Okay, so
sir?
whatever the team will be sharing that with you over the
Okay.
portal, or the proper channel. Through the proper channel, you'll be getting it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? No audio. Syed, please check it from your side. I hope it's working fine for everyone else. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
So,
Yeah.
in this course, is it starting from if someone is not gone through CCNA course? So, does it
Mm.
right way to join this course, or we have to definitely finish the CCNA and we have to join this one?
This is the exact question that I was waiting till now. Okay, so when you say haven't done CCNA, what do you mean by that? Do you understand like what is routing?
So basically, I was
I mean, my
not
question is
completed.
simple. Do you understand
Yeah.
what is routing?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know like basic OSPF configuration?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what is VLAN?
Yes.
Okay. Why do we use VLAN?
VLAN is to separate the network segments.
Okay. To segment the network. Yeah. Next. What is the main use of it? Like, why do we segment it?
Like
To
like
reduce the broadcast
with,
traffic.
yeah, to reduce the
To
broadcast
reduce
traffic.
the, yeah. So
Correct.
when I say this, do you understand this?
Yes.
Yeah, then it's fine for you to join.
Okay.
Okay, so because from the next step, so from so see, I'll be directly starting with EIGRP. You already know static routing. Okay, you guys already know like what is OSPF, which doesn't mean that like we'll be covering static routing and EIGRP. So the people like who have already done a lot with static routing and OSPF, there's no point briefing that again. So EIGRP is not something which was there in the syllabus. So I'll be starting with EIGRP. So when I say I start with EIGRP, like we'll be taking two routers, we'll be forming neighborship between the two routers, exchanging the devices, we'll be understanding like what is the feasible distance, and all those concepts we'll be learning. We'll be directly starting from the EIGRP. Okay. No worries. This is okay. This is my question. Okay, so I'm not able to pronounce your name correctly, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Sumant.
What?
Sumant.
Yes, Sumant. Okay, no, there is a person who messaged me in the
Okay.
chat. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so those chats are not visible to you. Okay, got it. Yeah. So there's another person who asked me the same. He's also joining directly to the CCNB batch. My answer is this. So if you are understanding like what is routing, okay, so what is OSPF, what is BGP, what is IGP, what is EGP, what is AD value, what is VLAN, what is router ID, like all those concepts, if you're understanding, you're good to join the batch. Okay, if not, I kindly recommend you to learn the fundamentals. Okay, what is network? What is IP addresses? What are the different classes of IP addresses? All those things you should be familiar with. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions?
So here the problem is like we are aware of that whatever you asked right now. So we are aware of that concepts, but we are not trained in that concepts, or we are not working on that concepts. But we are aware of routing and
Yeah.
OSPF, ERP. We are aware
Yeah.
of the concepts, but practically we have not worked on it.
Yeah. So here, by the end of your session, like by the third week of it, I'll be giving you one lab. Okay, so one lab. So this will be having the complete questions, which will be almost okay. So how many of you guys know the career path between CCNA to CCIE? So please comment I mean, type yes or no. Like based on that, I'll be giving some few insights on that. And then I'll be coming back and answering to someone's question. Okay, so no. Okay, so can others also please let me know the answers in the chat? Like how many of you guys know like what it takes you to become a CCI from CCNA? Okay, so many answers of no. Okay, not sure. Stuck in L1. Yeah, you need to jump out of it. And you can, okay, so this is the right place for that. Not sure. Okay. Okay, so many no's, so I'll start it. Okay. So like I told, So previously, before 2019, before Cisco changed the syllabus, there was CCNA and different tracks of CCNA was there. Okay, security was there, routing and switching. Okay, so I'm just mentioning RNS. Okay, routing and switching was there, service provider was there, data center was there, different tracks of CCNA was there. And Cisco, they developed, merged into like one single CCNA. And they said, okay, you can, so right after you do your CCNA, you can concentrate on what is the concentration that you're doing. Okay, so CCNA, routing and switching, that is basically the enterprise that we are discussing today. That was basically the routing and switching. The only difference that happens with the current CCIE enterprises or the CCNP enterprises is that SD-WAN is something which is added. SD-WAN, SD access, those are the two concepts that are added to it. Okay, so software-defined WAN, that is SD-WAN, okay, or in simple, you can say SDN is added. Software-defined networking is something which is added while they merged it. Okay, and for security, so in CCNA, you are learning about how to design a network. Okay, so just by designing a network is like you are building a house, but that house has to have like different types of security measures. Like what if somebody is breaking it? Like you might be installing different types of alarms, or you might be putting a fence. So there are different ways that you take the security measures, right? They will be putting cameras for security purpose. Same like that, like after you design your network, there is a security track which is focusing on the security purpose of your network. And there is data center. CCI data center or CCNP data center studies that you will be doing, which is basically for all the organization, like so, like they will have to ultimately store their data at some place, and it has to have a low amount of like in less amount of time you need to have those data in hand. Like this will be something that is known as a dedicated data center. So data center is the service provider. So service provider means in service provider, what you will be learning is, okay, so from my service provider to your service provider, we are having the communication. Okay, so you are accessing this information in your laptop. I am taking the session in my laptop. Between this communication, there is a service provider who is acting as a bridge between us and who is taking care of the communication, or for example, all the BGP routes that you were discussing, all the latency that is happening over there. There is somebody who is taking care of it. That is basically your service provider. Okay, so there were different tracks of it. Okay, so I'm just bringing it down to one single path, that is basically the enterprise, because all of you guys are currently focusing on the enterprise. Okay, so after doing your CCNA, you will be getting an entry level job, basically network admin, system admin. I'm not talking about the big companies, like basic like network admin or system admin or IT asset manager, or some basic roles you will be getting like once you pass your CCNA. Okay, so if you're lucky, you will be able to go beyond that. Like if you have like campus placements or some other methods which help you to get it. So basically, with this, you will be getting an entry level job. Okay, so right after this, you need to do your next exam, that is basically known as the CCNP exam. In CCNP exam, like we discussed, there is a something that is known as a core exam that you have to do. The core exam will be covering on these topics. Okay, so different principles used in Tier 2, Tier 3 fabric. Like these are the things that you already are familiar with your CCNA, FSHRP, SSO, wireless deployment, uh, VLAN, wireless LAN design. So these are the basic things you have already learned in your CCNA studies. So apart from that, you can see Cisco SD-WAN. You will be learning about vManage, vSmart, vBond. You will be learning about the different planes of software-defined networking. Then you will be learning about SD access. This is the SDN part that got added. Then you will be learning about the QoS. Then virtualization is there. Then infrastructure, you will be learning about either channels, RSTP, MSTP, like basically the switching part you will be learning in the core exam. Then network assurance, you will be learning about SNMP, IPSLA, NetConf, all those things that you will be learning. So this is the basic concept that you will be learning in the core exam. Okay. After that, if you have to become a CCNP certified person, okay, so in here, okay, so automation won't be covered in NRC. Okay, so this is the NRC syllabus. So automation is something which will be covered separately, not as a part of the NRC. Okay. Okay, I mean, I'll look into that. Okay, so if needed, we could be covering that. But so I'm just talking on the terms of NRC batch. Okay, so just need to check with that. Gaurav, if is there automation which is a part of this? Gaurav, are you still there? Okay. No, the counselor and the person in charge is not there. Okay, so so they have asked me to deliver the NRC training. So I'm just talking on the base of that. So if automation is there, that is not something which is hectic, which is something which is very simple. Okay, so I'm coming from a DevOps background. So it is not something which is going to challenge us. Okay, so we'll be covering it. Okay, if they have promised it, we'll be covering that as well. Okay. Before that, I'll have a word with them. Before giving a confirmation from my end. Okay. So after you do that, you have to do your, once you do your CCNP ENCO, you have to do one concentration exam. So there are different concentration exams that you will be finding. Okay. CCNP concentration exam list.
So
Okay.
your voice is not proper.
Is it same for everyone? Am I audible enough? Can you guys?
Yes, your voice is audible and clear. No
You can
issues.
hear, sir, no problem.
Okay. Guys, please check your internet from my end. I'm having a very stable internet connection. So if not happening with all of you guys, I need to, yeah, I'm getting messages saying that it's perfectly fine. So please confirm it from your end.
Yeah, now it
Okay,
is
so
proper. Just a few seconds ago, it is some disturbance. Now it's proper.
yeah. So once you do your concentration exam, the next is so once you do your NCore exam. So in order for you to become your call yourself as a CCNB, you have to do like one of the concentration exam. The first one, which is of your option, that is basically the Enterprise Advanced Routing and Services. This is what we'll be doing. So this is something which is not optional for I mean, to become a CCNB, you can do a concentration exam from any of it, but to crack the interviews, to get more job opportunities, to become like more visible, you need to do the NRC. This is not something which is optional, because this is where you'll be learning about MPLS, BGP, OSPF in depth. All those concepts this is the best concentration that is available. Once you have done with that, okay, so this is something that you could try, that is SD-WAN solution. So I was taking SD-WAN before. So this is something which is a very interesting topic. This is software defined WAN. So there are different controllers where you don't have to do a lot of manual things. It is going to manage your network more effectively. So you have SD-WAN. So then you have design Cisco and the design Cisco enterprise networks, then the wireless, and there are different other tracks. Even automation is out there. You can do any of this and you call yourself as a CCNP. Okay, and the next track, so which will give you to exposure to some professional roles, not just an entry level roles, like which will be giving you. So this CCNB certification will be giving you exposure to a professional role. So right after this, the next certification track that you have here that is known as CCI. Okay. So in CCI Enterprise, so for you to become a CCI, so previously you had to do your CCNA exam. So once you do your CCNA exam, you have to do your, if you're not speaking, please put your mic on mute. Okay. So you have to do your CCNP exam, then give the CCI written exam, then give the CCI lab exam. Okay. So CCI lab exam is basically an 8-hour exam. Okay. It's a very challenging exam. So first, the 3 hours you will be having for the design part. Then the next 5 hours, it's going to be your lab part. Okay. So in order for you to clear your CCI exam, you have to do your design and you have to clear your lab. Okay. So this two has to be cleared. Okay. So right now, the only requirement for you to do your CCI exam is, okay, so you have to be CCI written. Okay, so whatever you do here in the CCNB core, the concentration exam, okay, the CCNB core exam is considered as your written exam. So so you don't have to do your CCNA before. You can directly give your CCNP core exam and attend for the lab exam. Okay. So you can give your CCNP core exam and you can give the lab exam. The lab exam is consisting of 3 hours of design. This is basically an MCQ set of questions and 5 hours of lab. This is considered as one of the most challenging exam. Like in fact, like the the top 8. If you look at the top 8 toughest exams in the world, the CCI is considered as one of those exams. So once you crack it, your opportunities that you get in networking world, it is going to be limitless. Okay, so why I brought this into attention is, okay, so if you look at the CCNP Encore and CCNP NRC syllabus, then you compare with the CCIE syllabus. Okay, then you compare with the CCI syllabus. Okay, so we can do that as well. CCI exam topics. Okay. So I'm talking about the people like who have done both their NRC and NCO. Okay. All the topics that you will see is something which is basically similar. The only thing that you might find a difference is on the multicast part. Okay. So you'll have SD access, you have SD-WAN, then you have transport technologies, then basically like whatever you have done in your C. So there is not much difference between your CCNP to CCI. The main part is that you should be able to troubleshoot like advanced lab scenarios you'll be able to finish. Okay. So I have few scenarios that I have from the real exam, which are confidential, which I'll be sharing you during the batch. Okay. So again, the point I'm trying to bring again is, so what the lab that is going to structure for our particular course is going to be something which is basically adopted from the actual exam. So we'll be discussing on the advanced scenarios. So I'll be giving you topologies. Okay, so I'll be giving you topologies that are partially configured to you. Okay, so where you will have to spend a lot of time debugging like what is actually the root cause. Like at all, like why the OSPF is not forming, not moving from the extart state. It might be an issue with the MTU. You might have to check with that. So I'll be giving you partial configuration. I'll be giving you corrupted configuration where you have to spend a lot of time and spend time in troubleshooting it. Okay. So this is the kind of approach that we are going to take. Okay. So you'll be getting the most out of the course. Yeah. Any questions so far? Too good? Guys, can you guys please respond? Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Okay. So from tomorrow we'll be starting. The sessions will be conducted from Abhijit. The sessions will be conducted from 9 to 10 p.m. Sometimes we might extend to 10 to 15 minutes. We might extend some days because like if we are discussing a topic, we don't want to break it and restart on the second day. Okay, so that is the reason we might be extending. The class timing is like 1 hour, 9 to 10. So we might be extending like 10 to 15 minutes sometimes during those days. Okay, but if you're done with that particular topic, which is designated for that particular day, we'll be breaking early for a few days also if we are doing that, but that rarely happens. But yeah, so just wanted to check if any of you guys have any issue, like if you extend between like 10 to 15 minutes, because why I'm asking is because there's some of you guys are working. So some of you guys might have to join back to your work as early as possible. So I'm just checking, is there anybody who is having such concerns over here? Is
John,
it
I don't
fine?
think so. They have a problem. I think they can extend till 10:30 also.
10:30 also, that is
Yeah,
fine.
because this
Okay.
is something,
No,
it's
sir.
an advanced batch what we are learning, like a NRC routing. So
Yeah.
I think 1 hour is very short, like a 15, 20 or 30 minutes extending is not the problem. I don't think so for everyone.
Yes, sir. We can do that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to check that. Previously, like why I asked is because like there are people like who are joining right in between their uh work hours, so that like that was an issue. I mean, like not an issue because they have to join back to the work. So I just want to take a prior confirmation from your end because in that cases I'll be taking like less amount of questions during the session. I'll be taking it post the session so that the people like who wanted to leave could leave early. Okay, so after this, okay, so the next thing that I want you guys to give an overview is that, okay, so what is the main objective that you have? Okay, so why are you basically doing your CCNP? Okay, so what is your career goal? Like some of you guys told me, put that message in the chat that like you are in the L1, you want to jump into L2 or L3. Like what is the main objective that you guys are doing? Is it for a learning perspective or is it something which is like the certification or in join to a product-based companies? What is it?
The learning and to implement.
Learning and to implement. Okay. So where you have to actually invest your time. Okay. So what I am recommending you guys is, okay, Cisco Live. Okay. OSPF troubleshooting. Okay. So you need to visit this website much often, like whenever you could. Okay. So okay. So guys, if you're not speaking, please put your mic on mute. Okay. Okay. Troubleshooting common problems with OSPF. Go live. Troubleshooting. Okay. So there is a designated team in Cisco or in any product-based companies or in any other companies like that is known as like TAC. Okay. So they are handling the customer escalations. See, whatever you guys are learning over here. So whatever you guys are learning over here, this is something which is very theoretical. Like whatever the lab that you're going to do over here is something which is a structured lab. So you are designing a lab with 4 routers. You are designing like what is a packet flow and you are expecting an output. See, when you are applying for an interview in a product-based companies, what they are going to give you is basically scenario-based questions. Okay. So in scenario-based questions, they'll be giving you different types of scenarios and they'll be asking you questions which are based on that particular scenarios. So this is the main reason why you should invest a lot of time over here. I mean, like in the 3-4 months of your time. So tomorrow, like I told, tomorrow we are starting directly with the EIGRP. Okay. So you can go to the Cisco's Cisco Live, the forums, whatever the community forums, there the real engineers like the from the TAC engineers, like the engineers will be putting down the issues that are very uncommon. You can pick up few of those questions. You can build a scenarios based on it, and you could reach out to me like for any help if you guys are needing on that particular area. So which is going to be something which will be really helping you with the interviews for the knowledge. So if you want to get packet level knowledge, so these are the okay, so troubleshooting routing protocols, OSPF, BGP, you need to go to the Cisco Live. You will see the different types of documents. These are the actual things that should be you should be following for the interviews. Okay, so which will actually help you to crack the interviews. Okay, now to practice your personal lab. Okay, so some bit of visualization is something which I would really recommend you to have. So you can install something. So if you are doing something that is from your side, you can install one lab that is known as like Peanut Lab. So here it is much more easier compared to the EVNG Pro version that you guys are actually using. Okay, you can go over here and download any of the Peanut Lab version. And once you come over here, you need to have a VMware Workstation Pro. If you don't have the necessary files, I could share that. So, I mean, like you guys already have a basic lab access, which is given from the networkings. You don't have to do it if not needed, but I still recommend you to have one of this. Okay. So like once you come over here, you can install okay, so like whatever the downloaded file, you can just click on the new virtual machine and download the, I mean like open this file like which is downloaded. and you can install the PNet lab inside your device. Okay, so this is the OVA file that I have. So you can install PNet lab. So the main advantage of PNet lab is you have topologies that are already over there. Okay, so PNet lab. Okay, you need to log into this. Okay, I think I might have to log into one of this. Yeah, you can see there are pre-existing. I mean, like most of the time, like where people actually fail is like they try to design like their own topologies and they fail. Like here, what you can do is that like this is actually free. You don't have to pay any money. Like this is completely free for the learning purpose. You can download the labs that are from the PNet lab. You can work on it, and the configuration that will be already mentioned. You might not be able to export it to a different place, but still you can learn like the different topics which are over there. And I really recommend all of you guys to download it and use the PNet lab. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
All good?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, so I have given the basic things that I have. I mean, like the basic introduction thing, like that the prerequisites. What are the things that we'll be covering? What is a method? All those things I have already discussed. And one last thing that I want to check. Okay, so is anybody who is thinking that like the speed is fast or is it slow? Like you should slow down or increase the pace. Like how is the pace that I'm communicating? Like are you guys able to understand it?
No, sir. It is understandable.
Okay, should I slow it down or
No, sir. It's
is
okay.
it good?
It is good, sir.
It's okay. Yeah. Can I guess get a confirmation from your end as well? Okay, all of you guys,
It's
if
good,
good, yeah.
sir.
Yeah, okay. So guys, the first two sessions are basically like I always say, this is basically the TCP sync that we guys are doing. Okay, so after the first two, three TCP syncs, I will be understanding like what is your MTU, you will be understanding like what is my MTU. Based on that, like we'll be doing a proper three-way handshake and we will be exchanging the informations. Okay. Mahi, okay, Maninder has raised his hand. Like, bro, if you want to speak, you can speak.
Sir, duration of the course.
Duration of the course. Okay, so it is around 50 hours of training. It might extend. Okay, I like it all like the in the initial few days. Okay, since many of the people like they have told that like they are completely new to it. Like just I mean like the basic knowledge is there. We might extend like another 10 hours of more, but mostly ideally like we will be able to finish it in the 50 hours. Like the NRC syllabus I'm talking. Yeah.
And guys, if
सर ये पूरा सेशन इंग्लिश में ही रहेगा क्या?
yeah, this is a Hindi class, Rajesh. Sorry, English class.
Yeah.
ओके, हिंदी में नहीं होगा सर?
नहीं जॉन को हिंदी भी नहीं आती है, वैसे बता दूं आपको.
I mean, I understand to a certain extent, but I won't be able to communicate it back to you guys. So if you want to ask questions, you could do that, but there is an extent that I understand. There's an extent that I'll be able to reply it back to you as well.
And guys, one more thing, like he is starting this NRC on weekdays, and within a week or 2 weeks, we are starting Encore on weekend. So if in case somebody wants to do it both, Encore and NRC, they can take it admission for Encore also. We are already planning. We are planning to start next to next weekend, Saturday, Sunday morning 10 a.m.
Yeah, guys, I strongly recommend you to do the Encore. Okay, so see, when you are applying for a job, like you will be getting questions from routing and switchings. So if you are getting questions from the switchings, and if you wanted to learn a bit more, okay, so if you are looking at the job description of like multiple companies, like you will be seeing the integral factor that is known as SD-WAN. So in Encore, SD-WAN is going to get covered. SD access basic understanding will be getting. So I strongly recommend you guys to understand all those things and to get, mainly to become more available to like multiple job openings, do Encore as well, because SD-WAN is something which will be covered. To understand SD-WAN also, you don't need like prior like so much of I mean SD-WAN is technically something which is used to remove the MPLS and to use SD-WAN. But to be very honest, SD-WAN won't be replacing MPLS. SD-WAN is going to coexist with MPLS because of the SLA. That is another advantage which is MPLS which is providing. But you don't have to know about MPLS to start with those particular things. So if you could do it like in 3-4 months of time, you'll be finishing like both of this, and you will be like an ideal candidate for any companies that is looking at you. Yeah. And on the top of that, if you could do Palo Alto as well, that
Hi, sir. How are
is
you
another.
doing?
I am
This is
doing
Said, sir.
good. Yeah,
Yes.
please say it.
Now, already I'm what to say, subscribe for this one. I'm doing CCNA.
Yeah.
And as the guys are saying that we don't have Hindi class, but presently I'm attending CCNA. It's in Hindi.
Yeah.
We have Hindi classes also, but just you have to cross verify with the what to say department, so that management they will use Hindi classes also. At present, I'm attending CCNA this one Hindi class, and
Yeah,
since
so guys,
like
we have a hi, I'm Gaurav from Networkings only. So guys, we are running a
yes,
multiple batches, Hindi and English.
yes,
So this batch is only for English. If in case anybody looking a Hindi batch, wait for some time, like end of September or middle of September, we might have a new batch for an Hindi.
गौरव सर, मैं राजेश बात कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, राजेश।
हाँ, गौरव सर, मैंने सीसीएनए यही से किया, नेटवर्किंग से।
हाँ जी, मुझे पता है। हाँ जी,
हाँ जी। तो सर अभी मेरी संध्या मैडम से बात हुई थी कि हिंदी में ही है करके।
हाँ भाई, मैं
ये
बोल रहा हूँ, तो मैं मना थोड़ी नहीं कर रहा हूँ, पर मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि वेट फॉर सम टाइम, वी हैव अ हिंदी बैचेज आल्सो इन सितंबर।
अच्छा, सितंबर में शुरू हो जाएगा सर?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
अच्छा, ठीक है सर, ठीक है सर।
ठीक है गाइस, फिर आज के लिए क्लोज कर रहे हैं सेशन को।
So, गौरव, हिंदी बैच में स्विच करने के लिए हमें अनएनरोल करना होगा इसको ना?
आप ऑलरेडी इनरोल्ड हो?
अभी तो नहीं है, बट वेरिफिकेशन के लिए कॉल आया था, तो मैंने पूछा हिंदी में, उन्होंने बोला हाँ हिंदी है, तो मैंने बोल दिया था
दिस गोइंग टू बी इंग्लिश बैच। मैं वही बोला कि बहुत बैचेस चलते हैं मेरे, तो 15th और 20th सितंबर के आसपास वी हैव अनदर हिंदी बैच।
ओके, सो इसके लिए मुझे मेल करना होगा।
हाँ बिल्कुल, बता देंगे, मैं ही बता दूंगा, टेंशन ना लो। ठीक है,
ओके,
ठीक है गाइस, ओके, थैंक यू।
There is a query.
गौरव सर,
Yeah, go ahead.
हेलो।
Actually, is there any source?
हेलो गौरव सर।
Yeah, Arijit.
Is there any source where I am getting the multiple type questions? Because as per my understanding, if I go through the multiple type questions, then the theoretical part will more clear.
Of course, theoretical is also there. Let's take example, if in case we are learning, we are doing a practical on BGP. So first we'll understand in theoretical way how it's work. Then we'll do the same thing in practical. So this is the approach what we are gonna follow.
Actually, I'm not saying that. Actually, as sir told us the Cisco live troubleshooting tag. From that, we will get the lots of different type of practical type problem.
No, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is you also need to refer Cisco tag question where you will be getting advanced scenarios. Okay, so if you are so if you are good, I will be teaching you the labs. Okay, so that will be like my own lab. So whatever the labs that we will be doing. Okay, so you are not getting real traffic. You are not working on the like there are limited number of networking devices that you're working. Okay, so they will be saying that. Okay, so in the Cisco ISR, like the Catalyst 8000B devices, OSPF is having a certain issue. Okay, those type of issues, if you want to prepare for advanced stack level roles like Juniper or Cisco, those times you need to refer the blogs as well so that you will be getting the actual question. So TAC is a designated team who is actually handling the customer escalation. Customer escalation means like, see, whenever a bike is, okay, for example, like Royal Enfield is releasing Himalayan. Okay, they have done a lot of prototype, they have done a lot of testing. But once it is released to customer, the customers is finding like so many issues, then they are bringing it to the customer service. Then these people, like, they are informing it to the other person that, okay, this issue was not something which was identified like while we were testing the prototype. Now this issue is there. So those type of issues, like once it is actually deployed on a site, okay, for example, like the Cisco device is combined with a Juniper device or an Arista device, okay, so in that time, okay, there is an issue that is actually facing, okay, those type of issues which are uncommon. So those type of questions, this is what you might get, you might also get in a product based companies. Those, so it is better for you that you refer the tag doc as, so that you will be able to crack any interview, you'll be able to answer like packet level, you'll be having the packet level knowledge. That is what I was saying.
I got it, sir. Actually, my query is that from this website, I can clear my practical point of view. So my query
No,
is that,
practical, first thing you need to finish like what I am teaching you in the session. On the top of that, you need to do the extra work.
extra.
Okay, so
Got
that
it,
is
sir.
what, yeah,
Got it,
that
sir.
is what I was guiding you.
Actually, sir, my query is that is there is any website where I can get multiple type question regarding any topic, so that my theoretical concept will also be clear.
Yeah, Rijit, we have a lot of resource and documents to practice. Don't worry, we'll give you. Don't worry. Any other question, guys?
Sir, tomorrow class we can join same link or you will send other link?
Tomorrow you guys gonna join the link through your portal only, because this is a public link what we have shared with everyone. From tomorrow onward, make sure you'll join our portal. You'll approach support team. They'll give you the access for that. Okay. Or you're able to see the course.
Portal access need to be mailed for the support team.
Yeah, you need to email support team.
Okay, for the access of the portal.
Correct.
And guys, please make sure that you join like 2-3 minutes before the session, because exactly at 9, because this is a very short time that we'll be starting the session at exactly at 9. We won't be waiting till 9:05 for the people to join. So sharp at 9, the session will be logged. I mean, like the session will be starting. So before that, make sure that all of you guys join. So if you don't have the credentials, please make sure that you get it before that.
Sir, for the more convenient, can you please create the WhatsApp group? Then it will be convenient to communicate within each other.
Right. Not today, but like from third class onward, I'll create a one WhatsApp group. Don't worry.
Sure. No issues, but it's an one recommendation. That's it.
Yeah, fine. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
So there is a query, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have to mail to support team for the classes, no, sir?
Exactly, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Good night.
Bye, sir.